So lesson 10-6 is find the whole. We're finding the whole piece, the whole thing, in a proportional situation, okay? Now, on the video that you watched for the warm-up, that was common percentages. So those are percentages that you should know offhand, okay? Now, to find the whole in a proportional situation, we have several different methods to use. Now, you don't have to write this down because we talked about this last class, okay? We had the bar diagram, the ratio table, the double number line, and equivalent ratios. Now, while those are all fun to use, they take a little bit of time, some of them, right? So the most efficient way that we're going to use is the cross multiplication, that's method 5, or you can use method 4, which is equivalent ratios. And that was the one where we were multiplying or dividing to make equal fractions. Is everybody clear? All right. So, example 1. Example 1, we want to find the whole, okay? It says, in the first year of ownership, a new car lost 20% of its value. If the car lost $4,200 of its value, how much did the car originally cost? Now, the first thing you want to do is write your formula. You guys remember what the formula is? You guys remember what the formula is? Percent over 100 equals?
Par over whole.
Very good. Make sure you write that down. Equals part over whole. And you guys, remember, my suggestion to you, in order for you to remember your formulas, is to always write the formula for every problem you do. And again, with word problems, you don't have to write the entire problem. I just want you to write the important information. So, what is important in this problem? So, a new car lost 20% of its value. Okay, what else is important here? Right, the car lost $4,200 of its value. And what are we solving for? What are we looking for?
The original car.
Right. How much is the
Original cost.
right? The original cost. Now let's look at this problem again. Now, and you guys in math, when you have word problems, you need to just go with it. Just understand that you're going to have to read the word problem over and over and over again to get every bit of information. Okay? Now, the most obvious one is what? The percent, right? So we know percent over 100, we're going to write 20 over 100, right? Now, the part in the whole. If the car lost $4,200 of its value, how much did the car originally cost? So we highlighted that amount of dollars, and we highlighted the original cost. Which is which? So that's going to be the part, right? That's going to be the part. That is the part that is lost. Does that make sense? That's the part of the value that is lost. And we want to know what is the original cost. That's the whole cost of the car, right? That is the whole cost of the car. So 4,200 goes in the numerator. And we're solving for the original cost. All right, so how would you like to solve this one? Cross multiply, me too. So let's cross multiply, and you guys don't forget to show your arrows, just to help you, just for a reminder. And on one side we have 4,200 times 100. Can I just add 2 zeros over here?
Yes.
Right. So that's 4,200,000. So that's 420 21,000 on that side. And then on the other side, we have 20x, 20 times x, that's 20x. And now, to solve for x, we want to divide by 20 on both sides. Is everybody clear? So here, those 20s cancel. And can I cancel a pair of zeros over here?
Yes.
Yeah. Cancel a pair of zeros right there. And then, all right, so we're going to cancel a pair of zeros, which means that we divided by 10 to simplify. And now we can divide by 2. What's that going to give me? 21,000. 21,000 equals x. 21,000 what? Dollars. Very good. So $21,000 was the original cost of the car. I would like for you now to take 2 minutes to work on example B, 1B, with your table partners. So here's our important information. So it says Peyton spent 60% of her savings to buy a new television. If the cost of the television is $300, how much money was in her savings account? So the obvious part here is the percent, right? The obvious part is the percent. So we're going to put the 60 over 100. Very good. Now, we need to figure out, with the green highlights, which one is the part, which one is the whole. What do you think? So here, the part is the amount that she's taking out of her savings account to spend on the television, right? And the whole is the entire amount that she has in her savings account. Is everybody clear? So here's our setup. We have 60 over 100 is equal to the $300 up here, and we're solving for the entire amount in the savings account. So when we cross multiply, this is what we get, dividing by 60 on both sides, and what was originally in her savings account before she bought that television was $500. All right, example 2 says Kai calculates that he spends 15% of the school day in science class. If he spends 75 minutes in science class, how many minutes long is Kai's school day? Okay? Now, first thing we want to do is write down our important information. So, what's important here?
He spends 50% of the school day in science class.
Right. He spends 15% of the day in science. What else is important?
He spends 75 minutes in science class.
Yeah. He spends 75 minutes in science class. And what are we looking for?
How many minutes long is Kai's school day?
Right. How many minutes is the school day? All right. So again, the first thing we're going to do all the time is write our You're going to write the important information and you're going to put your formula down. Okay? You always write your formula. Percent over 100 equals part over whole. So, in this problem, the percent is right hitting you in the face, right? So that's going to be 15%. That's 15 over 100. Now, with the green highlight and the blue highlight, which one is the part and which one is the whole? So 75 minutes in science class, that's just the part of the minutes spent over there in the class. And then the blue highlight, that's the whole school day, right? And that's what we're solving for, so that's going to be our x. So we have 75 here, and we have x down here. So how are we going to solve that?
Cross multiply.
Very good. Very good. So when we cross multiply, we end up 7,500 on one side, 75 times 100, 7,500, is equal to 15x, 15 times x, on this side. And then, to get the x by itself, we will divide by 15. Beautiful. Divide by 15. And then you guys do that for me. What'd you get?
500.
500?
Yeah.
Did everybody get that?
Yeah.
All right. So x is equal to 500. 500 what?
Minutes.
Very good. Especially because this is a word problem, you need to make sure that you label. Is everybody clear?
Yeah.
So now I want you to take 2 minutes with your table partner to do this next example. So here is the important information, okay? It says a horse consumes approximately 2% of its body weight in hay each day. If a horse consumes 18 pounds of hay each day, how much does the horse weigh? So, again, the percent goes over 100. Now, with the green highlight and the blue highlight, what's the part and what's the whole?
18. Green is part, and how much the blue is part.
Very good. So the green, the 18 pounds that the horse eats, is the part, and the whole is how much the whole horse weighs. Is everybody with me? All right. So here, there's our setup. 2 over 100 is equal to 18 over x. I cross multiplied, and we ended up with 900 pounds. Very good. Is everybody clear?
Yeah.
Now, on this one, you could also, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one in blue. If we have 2 over 100 equals 18 over x. So on this one, you could also have, couldn't you have used equivalent ratios on this one? So you can multiply times 9 there, and then down here you can multiply times 9 down there. So there, that gives me x is equal to 900 pounds. Is everybody clear? All right, very good. So example 3 is an application. It says, the table shows the percentage of each type of popcorn flavor at a specialty food store. A clerk put all of the bags of cinnamon popcorn and cheese popcorn in a display in the front of the store. If the clerk put 60 bags in the front of the store, how many bags of popcorn does the store have in all? And then once we answer that, if the store sells all of the bags of popcorn for $4.75, how much will the store earn in sales? Okay, so what's the important information here? All right, so the clerk put 60 bags in the front of the store, right? So we know that at the end, after we do all our calculations, they're going to sell these, the whole, they want to know how much they're going to earn if they sell $4.75 per bag for the whole store, and for all the bags of popcorn. What else is important there? So the table is telling us the percent of bags that each of the popcorn is, right? That's the percent of bags. So kettle corn, 60% of the inventory is kettle corn. 15% of that inventory is cinnamon. 10% of the inventory is caramel, and so forth. Is everybody clear with that?
Yeah.
Now, it says that he put 60 bags in the front of the store. What percent of the popcorn did he put in front of the store? Well, okay. What kind of popcorn did he put in front of the store?
Kettle.
No.
All.
It says a clerk put all of the bags of cinnamon popcorn and cheese popcorn. So what percent of the popcorn is cinnamon? 15% is cinnamon. And what percent of the cheese, of the popcorn is cheese? 15. So what percent of the entire inventory did they put in front of the store? 30%. Is everybody clear with that? So here, this is 30% of all popcorn. Thirty percent of all the popcorn is out front. How many bags did he put out front? 60. So is that 60 the part or the whole? That's the part. That's the part of the inventory that he put out front. Is everybody clear? All right. So if I have my formula, we know the formula. We can solve for how much popcorn is in the entire store, right? So we said 30% of all of the popcorn is outside in front of the store. So 30 over 100 is equal to 60 bags in front of the store. And then we can solve for the whole inventory. Is everybody clear with that? All right. So how would you like to solve this? Okay. You can cross multiply if you want. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and use equivalent ratios, because 30 times what equals 60? Times 2. So now I can just multiply 100 times 2, and that's going to give me 200. So x is equal to 200. 200 what? Bags. Okay, so x is equal to 200. 200 what? Bags in the entire inventory, right? So 200 bags in inventory, in full inventory. I'll say full inventory. Am I done?
No.
No, what else do I need to answer? Yes, I need to find out how much they're going to earn if they sell all of the popcorn, right? So we want to take, what am I multiplying?
4.75 times 200.
Very good. $4.75 times 200 bags of popcorn, and what do you get?
$9.50.
$950?
Dollars.
Very good. $950. So those are the two answers to my problem.